Hello and welcome to the question of the day brought to you by NeptuneWasher.com. And today's question is in regards to the bearing spacer that is found on the Maytag Neptune front load washers. And Pat writes the question. He wrote, the beveled end on the spacers toward which bearing? I lost track when I took it out. Thanks, Pat. Let's go take a look at the bearing spacers. There's two different styles. You got the old style, and then we've got the newer style, which is thicker, obviously, and then it's got a beveled edge. Now they both have the same length, about 1 3/4, and then the inner diameters are the same as well. Let's go in a little bit closer here. Okay, now you can see how thin that is compared to this, about a 1/4 inch thick right here, and you can see this bevel. Now, if that bevel wasn't necessary, do you think they would do the extra step when they make these spacers? So what we want to do, we want to put the spacer toward the rear bearing. And let's take a look at a failed earlier spacer. This, you see, it's got some chunks missing right here. So in this regard, if your machine has this, it's the older style, like the MAH 3000, the MAH 4000, and the MAH 5500. Some of those are mixed. Some have the earlier style, and some have the newer, thicker style. You don't really know until you get it apart. And so this obviously would need replaced. You wouldn't want to put this back in the machine. So the solution is, when installing the thicker spacer, you want to position the beveled end towards the smaller rear bearing. The reason is so that the spacer does not rub the side seal on the rear bearing. Now, the earlier spacer does not have that issue because it won't even really clear that inner race on the rear bearing because it's so thin. But since the new spacer is thicker, it'll actually rub that spacer if you don't have that bevel back there. And number 3, you can order a new Neptune bearing spacer at NeptuneBearing.com. From there, you click on to order, and then you'll go about halfway down and you'll see that bearing spacer listed there. And number 4, tell all of your family and friends that have washing machines that they can replace their bearings and save a lot of money. See washerbearings.com for more information. And if you have a question, please send it to neptunewasher@gmail.com. And I'll see if I can get your question on the question of the day. Thank you.